Alrighty guys, welcome back to some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time, we viewed all the connection events we possibly could, finished up everything at the festival, and then learned that Nina Fenley, the actress, was actually the Eschaton Saint. Probably the leader of the Iscariot unit at the church, and potentially the leader of the entire church. She let us off with a warning, and then we came to this multi-dimensional space, the Oct Radium, in search for the Crimson Grendel. And now, it's time to start the final dungeon of the game. I went ahead and reorganized my party. You also get an achievement when you've got all the hollow cores, which you do get right there. All I had to do was actually go into Ordinance, and I had to go to hollow core and just scroll through all these to make sure they didn't say new. Once I did, I got the achievement for having them all. But let's just go ahead and hop into this.
The spaces are connected through distortions. No, they might be working on a different principle.
That hits the spot. If this is derived from the Genesis, then a number of theories spring to mind.
As much as I'd like to investigate it further, now's really not the best time.
In this final dungeon, I like to just play as Van. I think because we're at the end, it's a lot more fitting. Unfortunately, because his S-Break is set to Azure Sunray, I wonder if I can change that actually. I'm going to check crafts. There we go. Change it to Vandalize Raid just so I can get through some of these a little bit easier. But I do just like to play as Van for this part. It's the final dungeon of the game, so might as well play as the protagonist now. When I say final dungeon, it is the final dungeon of the main game. There is, of course, the epilogue, which is all in the garden and all optional.
All in a day's work.
So we have a ton of chests we can get here as well. So we're going to be getting all the chests. We have about 30 more chests to get and about 30 more enemies to find. So we will be going ahead and trying to get all of that done. We are in the final dungeon, so we want to level up as much as we can. So I'll be fighting every enemy we can. Right there's the 150th chest. So you get Yatagarusu. Physical damage increases when HP is lower. That's not every chest, that is just 150, which means that's all you need for that reward specifically. Again, there are about 30 you can get in this dungeon. We're going to Vandalize Raid. We won't just be using Van, we'll kind of be using all their S-Breaks, because at this point there's no reason not to just use them when we get them. We also have Lapis joining us. Lapis was the previous red fairy that we had problems with throughout the story. She also is the younger sister of Swin and Nadia. But she's also like completely an AI. She's not like a real person. Well, I don't have enough S-Boost. Yes, there we go.
I can live with this.
Oh, I get that chest right here.
Goodies for the taking.
Ooh. I need to watch this health. I need to be careful. We'll just hear all Van. Keep moving on.
Looks like the gang's all here.
There's some really good spots in order to get a maximum damage bonus there. You do get an achievement for getting a maximum damage bonus. However, I'm not going to be worrying about it. It's a lot of setup just for, honestly, not anything great. We'll see when I get to the final boss if I want to go back and do it. That'll probably be... It's either going to be this episode or next episode. It just depends how long this dungeon actually takes. Reason for that is the finale usually has a ton of cutscenes. In the last game, you actually beat the final dungeon, and then are in about 45 minutes worth of cutscenes, and then you have another fight at the end of the 45 minutes of cutscenes.
Cutest little thing, LP. I feel so much better just having you around. This shark body doesn't quite compare to my look. Barring the fact that I'm unable to eat anything.
You got the wrong guy to fight.
Come here, you! I told you, don't hug me when I'm in my shark form!
Nice.
Simmer down, you two.
That was some fine fighter, man.
That one's big.
Let's start the battle! This is your chance to deploy sharks!
I will mention, it is currently March 29th. The trailer for Trails... Oh, I can't even remember it. It's Trails Through the Horizons or Trails Into the Horizons or something. Basically, the newest game.
Maybe you could try a shark.
I want to run across this so I don't die. I don't actually know if you can fall off that. Nope, okay. But the newest game of the Trails series just got a trailer. It's going to be coming out the fall of 2025. So I'm very excited for that. That's like the wrap-up of this arc, and it has a whole bunch of characters from previous games and previous arcs, so I am very excited for it. I will be at some point before that comes out. I'll be doing a video to summarize the events of every game up to this point, just so that way, because I haven't played them all on this channel, and I most likely will not be playing them all on this channel before that game comes out. So I'll be uploading a video to go over everything that's happened up to that point. That'll be probably closer to when we get the actual game, though. Probably the month before the game comes out, or the month the game comes out. We still don't even have a release date, so no point in trying to figure that out right now. So we're actually going to go left here. You can go left or right. They lead to the exact same place. But we're going to go left because there was that chest right there. Okay, we get the S boost. We'll Xerath Gleam here. Just use someone else's S break.
Pretty great. Impressive as always.
And sure, I'll Grand Rend as well. And we got our second switch right here.
Let's get a move on.
Those two switches will open the way forward. Let's Vandalize Raid. There's a fear. Up this way is actually the way to go. These guys hurt really bad. That attack hurts so much, and it has the it comes back and hits a second time. That's crazy. I'm just gonna go straight into this. Actually, that was a terrible idea. Oh no, there's my S break. It's ready now. As you can see, this is where we were earlier. This was the first switch. We'll just run over here now. These platforms raised up right here, so we can continue on. Come down here. We got some more of these Grendels. We're just fighting a whole bunch of these Grendel's Olgas. Or Demi-Grendels. Grendel's Olga is actually the guy we're looking for right now. Which is weird because we fought this exact enemy before, but because it is a new dungeon, it does count as a new enemy. Sure, I'll... Ooh. Actually not gonna do anything. I didn't get a... I don't have an S boost ready at all. I'm just gonna go through this regularly, I guess. I will just boost all their CPs up a little bit. Perfect. Right here's the chest. And we have one more chest before the end of this first section of the dungeon. Great stun. We'll Xerath Gleam. Perfect. And the final chest of this first part, right here. You get a Xerath Powder.
Want to rest up here? Reach even greater heights.
So, we're going to go ahead and save up.
That hits the spot.
And whenever you're ready, we're going to have our first boss fight right up this staircase.
Fancy meeting you here, my friends. It's good to see the former Angel Boy is doing better than when I last saw him.
What? Oh, come the hell on.
What are you three doing here?
Great. It's the world's most hateable trio.
It's been a full month since our last encounter with them.
You must have used the girl's shadow powers to force your way in here.
Why, yes. That and a little help from our dear Retzi.
She's always had a soft spot for you. And why that is, I'll never understand.
You know, I was wondering the same thing as them. Why are we here? Their fight literally has nothing to do with us.
Funny, I had the same exact thought. Is there any point to us being here? We fulfilled our contract a month ago. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't teleport us out right now.
Oh, don't be like that, kiddos. I'm trying to help you experience life's greatest pleasures, and those are often found off the beaten path. Now then, we have quite an ensemble here, and I can't think of a more fitting stage to close out this little play of ours. I wanted to make one last appearance before we take a bow, so I thought it'd be fun if I served as the opening act to this grand finale.
The nerve of him.
Thanks, but we don't need an opening act. We're fired up enough without your help. Ooh. I remember him from when I was being controlled. He's scary. Yeah, that's putting it mildly. That whack job is the king of creepy.
I took a look at the report on what happened at Nemeth Island. Procurement and attempted use of biochemical weapons are serious charges. You won't be getting off with a mere slap on the wrist.
Oh dear. I suppose that means my free pass for helping take down Almata has already expired. Well, our little pact was just about over anyway. Which means things will start to heat up soon.
Well aware, and we'll be ready.
I see. He must be talking about the bilateral non-intervention pact my father made with the Grand Master of Ouroboros.
I can't believe the leader of an entire nation would strike a deal with some faceless organization.
Whatever. That ain't our concern. You two can work that stuff out on your own time. Anyway, let me get one thing straight. You're here because you're bored, right? Need a bit of excitement now that your Nemeth Island circus act is over? Well, we don't got time to mingle with shit stirrers like you. So let's just get this over with.
Damn, you guys are in a bad mood, but that just makes me want to push your buttons even more.
They've got more people this time. Ugh, this is going to be a real pain.
That's fine by me. As they say, no pain, no gain. Take that to heart. Think of this as your final trial. Show me some fancy moves out there, kiddos.
Oh, really? It's about time.
Hell frickin' yeah! Now I'm fired up!
They've got that killer glint in their eyes. If you stand in our way, we'll cut you down to size.
I might as well sample a bit of that poison you're so famous for.
You're going to pay for what you did to me on Nemeth Island. This time, I'll fight you with my own power. The power that my friends helped me attain.
Ren has... I have had just about enough of you at this point. It's about time you got a dose of comeuppance, and I'll be the one to deliver it!
We'll see about that. All right, it's showtime. Let's boogie.
Yeah, I thought we were done with them too.
The encore performance.
We'll pass this final exam with flying colors!
Guess I gotta put in a little effort here.
But they're back. And we're gonna stop them just as easy as we always do.
It's all you!
Consume
They can boost as much as they want. In about 2 seconds, on Yes is going to S-boost. And I'm gonna hope she gets the kill. Let me put her next to Ren. And Cetus Phantasma. Ren, I'm just gonna have you...
Too late to throw in the towel.
I don't know why it's turning red like that. It actually concerns me.
Not too late to throw in the towel.
Relax. There's no rush.
Sure, I'll just double Buster Cannon here. Got it. Triggered an S-break, that's why.
Now relax and enjoy the show.
This might be the first time we've ever seen his S-break. I don't recognize it.
No, you don't.
Does a lot of damage.
Here I go.
And here is Cetus Phantasma. 221,000 damage.
Let's all take it up a notch.
Yeah. Did that one shot?
Here goes.
Not quite, but I do need to use Agnes's Brilliant Halo. Because everyone is very hurt.
Great circle of light, give unto us the breath of life.
Should full heal.
Boost stage limit raised.
And then, sure, we'll Vandalize Raid here. That gets rid of the 2 little ones. Did a lot of damage to Harwood too. But they are paralyzed with fear, so sometimes they just won't attack now. Yep, can't move. Sure, I'll Zerath Gleam here.
My blade is both true and
We have the S boost to do it. And here's his S-Craft again. I'm glad I just healed. I should be fine. One of my people, yeah, Shizune a little hurt, but I'm fine. Perfect. Ooh, that is not good. I need to get a aura breath in here.
Activating drive.
Great, got it off.
Appreciate that.
Survived. She's gonna survive because of that. There's a reflect. Yeah, this is where it's gonna start hurting a lot because now Agnes can't quite attack, so I need to see this Phantasma, but then I need Ren to get an attack here so that way the reflect goes away, and then Agnes finishes with Cetus Phantasma. And you can see they still hurt quite a bit there. Yeah, we're level 68.
Damn you! Don't screw with me, you shitheads!
Language, Ix, and volume. Not that I don't share your sentiments.
Even with them being totally outnumbered, they still put up a good fight. Those two really are something.
What a bummer. I really wanted to knock them down a peg, and bringing them to heal would have done the trick. Bring them to heal?
I'm guessing that's not a phrase she picked up on in school.
That was incredible. You really do know how to show an old man a good time. But like I said earlier, we're just the opening act.
Are you serious? Again?
Stop running away!
You guys give new meaning to the word coward. Oh well. In a way, I'm glad you guys showed up when you did. Better here than at the finish line. You won't be able to get in our way later, because you'll be too busy licking your wounds.
Huh. Fair point.
They could have shown up at the worst possible moment and spoiled everything. That's very much the sort of thing they do.
About that. After my recent exploits, I received a bit of a tongue lashing, so I won't be stepping too far out of line for the time being. Anywho, a promise is a promise. Ix Eldarion, Yorda Eldarion. I hereby pronounce you shared owners of the title of Enforcer number 20. It's the third number from the last. I hope you'll enjoy dancing at the end of our strings.
Hell yes! We've hit the big time! Sucks having to share a number, but who cares?
Yeah, I don't mind that part so much. I'm just excited to have some freedom for a change.
Seems like your betrayal was short-lived. Now you're right back into the fold. And you're adding new members to the Enforcer's ranks. It's been 2 years since we confirmed the existence of Enforcer number 19.
You just had to drag those kids down with you. You really are the worst, Harwood.
Why, thank you, my dear Ren. Now it's time we exited stage left. Let's hope this doesn't end with your demise.
Bye-bye! Next time we're totally blowing your faces off.
Try not to die, 'cause we want to be the ones to slaughter you.
What is their problem?
I feel you, really. But you may as well be yelling at a brick wall. Ugh. It's like they were deliberately trying to get on our nerves. They were so not cute. Their names, on the other hand, get my seal of approval. I give Yorda a 91 and Ix a 78.
Are you ever going to tell us the criteria? Everything that happened on the island, I couldn't help but be a little anxious. Maybe I should have laid into him a bit more.
Personally, I think you did fine, Catra.
I agree. I'd even say you were great.
Besides, it's not like you would have listened or cared. What's important is that you beat him at his own game and made him look like a fool.
I suppose you're right.
They may have delayed us, but now there is nothing else standing in our way. Right. If anything, it made for a fine warm-up.
Ready to beat feet, Van?
Yeah. It's about time we wrap this up.
And so, we're in the final part of the dungeon. I'm just gonna go ahead and run on ahead. Actually, Ren's pretty much dead, so let's heal her up.
Are we sure he doesn't have anything to do with the
Sorry, Aaron. Would have let you keep talking, but
He
there we
must
go.
have had some aim he was trying to achieve.
I wouldn't overthink it. It's as
That
Aaron
hits the
says.
spot.
He simply takes pleasure in stirring the pot. Still, it's nice to know he finally got a proper scolding for his incessant mischief.
That's one of the last 2 regular enemies we can find here.
You nailed it,
This area is going to have the... Then here is the other one. This is the final regular enemy you need to get the 100% trophy for getting all enemies. All the other ones going forward are bosses, so if you've killed every basic enemy up to this point, that's all of them. You get a Grand Topaz there. We have a ton of enemies here. I need to get a stun in order to boost. There we go. And then we'll just Vandalize Raid. I don't think this will hit all of them. Nope, it does. Oh, barely didn't kill these 2, though.
All in a day's work. Wow, you totally had their number right.
We'll go ahead and just keep running up here. Vandalize Raid. There's a lot of them.
There's a ton of them.
Perfect.
We get to work.
Vandalize Raid. And then we can grab our first chest right here for an EP charge. We got 2 ways we can go here. We can go this way. Sure, I'll just stay with Gleam here. I should have targeted a different one, but I think it still gets them all. Or you could have gone the other way. I'll end up killing all the enemies on both directions either way. Do a Vandalize Raid there.
Nice. That went.
Can't do a S-Break just yet. Yeah, we'll just charge up right there. And we'll Vandalize Raid. I'm not going to hit the other ones way out there, but... Oh, I didn't even get the kill on this one. This big one. And there's still 2 more. Wow. Sure, I'll Zerath Gleam to get rid of those. Perfect. Oh, just a regular Grendel here. Sure, we'll just go into this regularly. Go ahead and get the kill with regular attacks. We'll go fight these 2 guys just to make sure we get rid of all of them. Vandalize Raid.
You picked the wrong guy.
Gonna run over here, grab this chest. And this is actually a breakable wall.
Maybe you could try a shark search.
And we can go ahead and hit this switch. And then we'll run up here, and it created a way for us to cross. Right here.
Yes.
So,
I can feel it. An incredible power is welling up just beyond here. It's awaiting our arrival. It's the source of the spaceship distortion.
We'll put an end to it this time. Let's do this, everyone.
You nailed it.
right here is where the alignments you've been doing throughout the whole game matter. If you got a level 6 alignment, you will find a level 6 alignment in gray. You will find an item right here for you to pick up. We did not get a level 6 gray alignment, so we're just going to move on. On the next floor, let's just go ahead and get this kill. Oh. Well, that sucks. I'm just going to go into this. I know I'm not going to get the most from it, but that was just an annoying section right there. The roly-polies kept rolling away. Very interesting, because this enemy is usually associated with a character that's definitely not in this game. He was actually mentioned. He's the Phantom Bee. He was mentioned in Ren's Connect event in the last episode. So, right over here, you'll find a chest. But also, if you got level 6 Law alignment, you'll find an Onyx steel right there. That is used for the ultimate weapons. And then finally, we'll go ahead and get rid of this roly-poly.
Looks like the gang's all here.
Come on. I'm just gonna Zerath Gleam because it has a wider range. You'll have to go up this way, but if you do go up this way, you can find... Oh, let me dodge out of the way. Didn't end up getting it. We're gonna Zerath Gleam, get rid of all of them. Level 69, nice. Don't let me finish the game at level 69. Give me something else. You can find...
Looks like a chest.
The second to last chest in the game right there, Indigo Ring. But also, if you got level 6 Chaos, you can grab another Onyx Steel. So for every level 6 you get, you can get an additional Chaos Steel or Onyx Steel. I mean, you can get a total of 4 in one playthrough, 3 from alignments, 1 from getting all brochures. But again, you can only get 3 maximum because you can't get all 3 alignments on the first playthrough. Sure, I'll vandalize right here. And right here is going to be the final chest in the game. So, you can go ahead and claim all chests plundered. You get the Quetzalcoatl, which is evasion plus 100% while casting arts. And for 500 ambushes, we get Grendel skill stones. So that is every chest up to this point. That is every enemy except for bosses up to this point. You have officially, if you've been following this, got everything in the game that is possible that matters for achievements. Go ahead and get that kill. And there we go. I didn't even see this other one behind it. And there we go. I'm just gonna do regular attacks here. And there we go. So right up here, this is the final charging station in the game.
Is that what I think it is?
Yes, it must be at the top of these
That
stairs.
hits the spot. This is our last fight. Let's make sure we're ready before we head on up.
So we're gonna go ahead and use this device. We're gonna craft weapons. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll grab Van's ultimate weapon. And then I'll grab... It really sucks because there's no reason to even get them because they're not in this final dungeon. We're going to grab Shizuna's final weapon. We'll go ahead and equip those. 3 Onyx weapons crafted, you get some new material pluses. We'll go ahead and equip Van with his. And Shizuna with hers. I still have it on yes, right? Yep. And then, I'm going to go ahead and rest and recover. This is going to revive all the enemies in the area. Reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to show off the only achievement we don't have yet, besides this all enemies logged, which is, where is it? I'm surprised we actually don't have all plugins. I don't know how I've missed them. Can I purchase items? Interesting. I actually don't know where those plugins would come from if I don't have them all. However, they don't give you an achievement, so there's no reason to worry about it. So, if you look at this tactical bonus here, you can get a quadruple tactical bonus, and that is the highest reward you can get. So, what we're going to do, so I'm going to show how to do it in this final area. There's no real reason to do it, however, I do think it's important to know. So what we're going to do here is we're going to come down to this area right here with all these Grendels. We want to grab all of the enemies into one combat, which means we have to aggro all of them. We then want to get a quick art, just a single quick art we want to get off, and then we want to perfect dodge into a cross charge, and then we want to get a first strike. So we're going to start by doing all that. So we're going to run down here.
They should make for an interesting
Going to aggro them all.
This could get tricky.
We're going to quick arts,
Let's begin, shall we?
and then we're going to swap, and then we're just going to attack regularly. We want to get a perfect dodge here. So, can I get it on you? Nope, we got it there though. So we're going to get a cross charge. Then we're going to go into combat. So now we get the stun attack as well. So, what we want to do from here is we want to use a craft that can hit the side or the back near another ally. So, we're going to see this is a back attack bonus. So we'll get next to Van because we want to get this boost. Where is it going to be? Here's the back. So we'll go ahead and do it right here. Grim Reaper.
Forgive me, but you weren't invited. They're down. Your move, Divine Blade.
And then we want to use 3 items total. So we're going to use an item. We're just going to Tear Bomb. That's 1 item. Then we're going to Tear Bomb again. Just use it on yourself. That's 2 items. And then we still need to use 1 more item. However, we want to use a 0 delay. I believe it's Heated Roar here. So this is going to boost him. So we're going to Heated Roar.
Here goes.
And it lets him act again. We're then going to Heated Roar again. And he's going to act again. So you can see we're currently at a... It actually won't show. You can't view it. I believe that's all we have to do. Let me just double check.
Let's stay on the offensive.
No, we just want to do this basically till he can't go anymore. So we're just going to keep doing this.
Here goes.
We're doing this till he can't act anymore. Heated Roar. Heated Roar. Heated Roar. And that's the last one we can even do. Then I'm going to use my other item. So we're at Tear Bomb. That's 3 items used.
Shard boost certain arts.
So what we want to get here is an impede. However, none of them currently have anything queued up for us to actually impede. Which is very unfortunate. And then we want to try to get all of them killed in a single attack. So I'm going to see. I can't Grand Rend. Why can't I Grand Rend?
Certain arts will prove most effective.
I really don't. I want to let someone else get it. I'll actually just stand next to Shizuna here and get a regular attack off. And then I'm going to have Shizuna use Zerath Gleam. And this is the best shot you have. Things have to kind of line up perfectly in order to get this. But you'll be able to see here at the very end.
Dancing in the moonlight.
Zerath Gleam. You get some overkill bonuses, you get some crazy amounts of damage. They're going to roll right there. Which is actually going to give us a chance.
Certain arts seem to work better.
What do I want to pull off here? I can just get another one of the S-Craft boosts there. Van's already done pretty much everything he can do. Sure, I will... I'll give this hate up here. Perfect. And then, again, you want to do this flawlessly. So at this point, I'm probably just going to Grand Rend. And hope I can finish this.
Let's see how you like me when I get serious. Now close your red.
Because this will get the overkill bonus as well.
Boost gauge limiter.
And there you go. You get a 4 times tactical bonus. You get an achievement for winning a battle with a tactical bonus of over 4 times. So, again, I went over exactly how to do that there. Part of this is just RNG. However, if you do everything I did, you should be able to get your bonus. There's a couple here that just happen naturally. So, yeah, that's how you get your 4 times bonus. So, you'll also get the Sepith Mask for triple tactical bonus and quadruple tactical bonus. You'll get Carbuncle, which is absorbing magic attacks. You have a 20% chance to activate that. So, finally, before we run up here, we have a couple people we want to outfit. Very first thing, we're going to use this garden. We're going to recover HP. We're going to purchase / modify. We're going to buy equipments. So, you want to buy stuff for these characters. You want to buy stuff for your main character, Van. Obviously. He's already maxed out. Don't need to worry about him. And on Yes. Nothing else will boost her magic at all. Then, you can do your usual party members. My people are already maxed out, so there's no real reason for me to give them anything else. And then, you want to do Elaine. So we'll give her her weapon. We'll give her more attack. We'll give her neither of those. And then you want to do the Arc Ride Solutions characters. So you got Rosette. We'll give her... Sure, I'm not too worried about the secondaries there. We'll give her the Excel jacket. We'll give her Excel boots. You want to give Judith... Judith is actually in a pretty good spot. We can get her 101 evasion, which is insane. And then Moulin Rouge. You want to do Quatre. We want to give him as much magic as he can, so it looks like 884 there. Excel boots. And Excel jacket. You want to do Fairy. So the usual jacket and boots here. We'll give her her new weapon. And we will just kind of boost her everything. And then Aaron. We'll give him attack. I actually don't want to lower his evasion at all. So we'll give him the Bajira 0 here. And they're maxed out. We'll go ahead and customize them, give them their upgraded weapons. They're going to be required in some fights up ahead. And that is them completely maxed out. We'll go ahead and exchange our Sepith just so we get a little bit more. However, we're at the point where it doesn't really matter. Then we're going to do the orbaments. Here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab... I need to give something else to Ren there. But I want to go ahead and max them out. We're in the final area. There's no reason to not max out the characters that we're required to use. I still want to hold off a little bit because we will have some post-game characters I want to use in the garden. Or Katre here's got really neglected. Fairy's going to be just as bad. And then Aaron. Aaron's actually in a okay spot. And so they're maxed out. Then we're going to check at the orbaments here. So we're going to... We actually do need to give Van one more thing here. Sure, we'll increase damage to stunned enemies. It's not too worried about that.
Understood.
We need to give Ren something as well. Sure, we'll give her Okeanis. Then we're going to go ahead and give the characters what they need. So we know we need to give Aaron as much evasion as we can. So we'll actually take this off of Elaine here, because Elaine doesn't need evasion. Then we'll give him Esmelis here. After that, we're going to just give him stuff as equipment. So we'll do physical for him. For Elaine, I'm also going to do physical. For her, we'll do balanced. For Judith, we'll do balanced. For Katre, we just want to go pure magic. And then for Fairy, we'll do balanced. Again, I'm just auto-doing those because I just want to give them a little bit more, but I'm not too concerned with how they're going to perform here. And then, final thing we want to do. We don't need to buy any more equipment, don't need to buy any more orbaments. You can trade if you want to, you can buy some more stuff if you need to, some of these healing items. If you want to trade for anything else, now's your chance to trade. Again, I don't have a real reason to do it though. So we're just going to hop in here, and we're going to go equip them. So, we'll start with the people we know what we want to give them. Aaron, we want to get his evasion to max. I do have a good evasion thing in here. Who has this right now? Swin. Sorry, Swin. I'm going to take that gold dish. That gives him a 100% evasion chance. Fairy, you actually have some stuff. I'm not too worried about you. However, Katre, we need to boost your magic. So let's see what we can do here. We'll give him the lunar lamp. And then... can't give him any of that. We'll give him the Horatio blue. Or... you, Elaine. It's kind of a waste. I don't want to give you these drop rates anymore. I want to give you pure attack. Let's see what I can give you. I can give you the Crimson Tier. For you, I want to give you kind of a mix of everything. So let's see. Honestly, we'll just give you more HP. That seems totally fine with me. And then... sure, we'll give you more crit chance and attack to hit chance. And then I think that is all the characters you want to get customized. Once they're customized, they're ready to go into the finale. I just want to do one final check. We can grab a couple things we can turn in just from everything we did there. So these are from getting all their Zyphas fully unlocked. And then for earning a total of 1 million Mira, we get 5 Grendel skill stones. I'm actually going to take a quick trip after I heal up into the garden. Because I want to do a couple things here.
Welcome.
I want to use my CP supply. Everyone gets 100. There's no reason not to. And then we're going to head back over to the craft enhancement. And some of our characters, mostly the Grendel, have some crafts we can do. We're going to boost Radiant Sun Ray to max. Because I have a feeling it's going to be way more useful for his single target enemy attack. Unfortunately, she is still not level 50. We haven't had a chance to use her, so can't upgrade her anymore. And that is all the characters we can upgrade with their skill shards. And if you want, you can go ahead and Mystic Cube. I'm going to hold off till we get into post-game. Again, we get some characters in post-game that I'd like to get some bonuses for. And with that, we are officially ready to head into the final boss fight. Or series of boss fights. I will hold off on doing that till next episode. I know this is a little bit shorter one. However, up there is probably going to be about 45 minutes to an hour of just cutscenes and boss fights, and I want to save that all for one episode. So, I will see you guys in the next one.